10 scenic train routes that aren't overrated. Did you know that train travel still ranks as one of the most breathtaking ways to experience the world? Yet so many incredible routes remain surprisingly under the radar? While everyone knows the famous Orient Express or the Trans-Siberian, there's a whole world of scenic train journeys that deliver jaw-dropping views without the crowds and hype. Imagine gliding past landscapes so stunning, they feel like scenes from a movie, all while sitting comfortably and letting the world unfold outside your window. Let's get on board and explore these hidden gems. The West Highland Line, Scotland. Picture this: rugged mountains, serene lochs, and quaint villages that look like they've stepped straight out of a fairy tale. The West Highland Line takes you deep into Scotland's wild heart, connecting Glasgow with the remote town of Mullaig. This route doesn't just offer spectacular scenery. It's a journey through history and legend, crossing iconic viaducts that have featured in blockbuster films like Harry Potter. But don't let the allure fool you. Scotland's unpredictable weather can turn misty views into a moody, atmospheric adventure, which, if you ask me, adds to the charm. Just imagine sipping a hot drink while the train snakes through emerald valleys and past mysterious castles. The Bernina Express, Switzerland to Italy. If you think Switzerland is just about ski slopes and chocolates, wait until you board the Bernina Express. This route is a masterpiece of engineering and natural beauty, winding over glaciers, across towering viaducts, and through tunnels carved into alpine peaks. Starting in the pristine city of Chur and ending in Tirano, Italy, this journey offers a dramatic transition from snow-capped mountains to sun-soaked vineyards. Now, this train is well known, but unlike overcrowded tourist traps, the Bernina Express offers a genuine experience where the pace slows and the landscape speaks for itself. Challenges? At high altitude, some travelers feel the thin air, and winter conditions can occasionally delay schedules, but that only adds to the authentic mountain adventure vibe. The Ghan, Australia. Australia's vast sunburnt interior seems endless, until you experience it from the comfort of the Ghan, a legendary train route stretching from Adelaide to Darwin. This journey is more than just a scenic trip. It's a passage through the soul of the outback, crossing deserts, ancient gorges, and vibrant red landscapes that look almost surreal in the golden light. But the vast distances mean this is not your quick weekend getaway. It's an immersive adventure that demands patience and awe. The remoteness means services can be sparse, and you must plan carefully, but the payoff is an unmatched sense of freedom and connection to a land that few get to experience in such depth. The Flam Railway, Norway. Steep cliffs, roaring waterfalls, and fjords that glisten like mirrors. Norway's Flam Railway is a sensory overload in the best way possible. This short but incredibly scenic route climbs from the fjordside village of Flam to the mountain station of Myrdal, offering one of the steepest standard-gauge railway climbs in the world. But it's not just the dramatic landscapes that captivate, it's the sheer engineering feat of carving this route through rugged terrain. Sure, this railway can be busy during tourist season, but its scale and beauty never feel overrated. There's simply no comparison to watching water cascade hundreds of feet beside your train. The Canadian, Canada. Crossing the vast wilderness of Canada from Toronto to Vancouver, the Canadian is a train journey that captures the enormity and diversity of this massive country. Picture endless forests, glistening lakes, and snow-capped Rockies stretching into the horizon. But the route is not without its quirks. Long travel times and occasional delays due to freight traffic mean this isn't for the impatient traveler. However, those who embrace the slow pace find a moving sanctuary where time slows and every vista invites reflection. Imagine settling into your cabin with a good book, watching moose and bears drift past, and sharing stories in the observation lounge as the train rolls through untouched wilderness. The West Coast Wilderness Railway, Tasmania. Few train journeys combine history, nature, and rugged adventure quite like Tasmania's West Coast Wilderness Railway. This heritage steam train runs through ancient rainforests and steep gorges, retracing the route miners once used to transport ore. The rawness of the landscape here makes it feel like stepping back in time, with towering trees and thick mist often shrouding the tracks. But the historic nature of the railway means some sections can be a bit bumpy, adding to the charm, but also a slight heads up for those prone to motion sickness. Picture yourself clattering over old wooden bridges, surrounded by the sounds of the wilderness, feeling miles away from the urban grind. The Glacier Express, Switzerland. Known as the slowest express train in the world, the Glacier Express lives up to its reputation by taking you on an 8-hour journey through the Swiss Alps that feels more like a moving gallery of nature's finest artwork. Crossing 291 bridges and 91 tunnels, the route is a marvel of engineering and scenic beauty. It's true, this train attracts tourists, but unlike many overhyped experiences, the views here never feel less than spectacular. Each mountain pass reveals new perspectives on glaciers, valleys, and alpine villages untouched by time. The Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, India. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway is a narrow-gauge marvel snaking through the hills of northern India, offering views of tea plantations, terraced fields, and towering Himalayan peaks. This toy train, as it's affectionately called, operates on some of the steepest and most challenging terrain for railways, creating a unique journey filled with whistle blasts and tight turns. The railway's charm comes with some unpredictability. Trains can be delayed and weather conditions affect travel, but that only adds to the sense of adventure. Imagine the clatter of wheels on narrow tracks as you watch the sun rise over Kanchenjunga, one of the highest peaks in the world. The Rhine Valley Line, Germany. The Rhine Valley Line is a feast for the senses, winding through one of Europe's most romantic and historically rich regions. As you travel between Mainz and Koblenz, you're treated to views of castles perched on cliffs, vineyards rolling down to the riverbanks, and quaint villages that seem frozen in time. The line can get busy during peak tourist seasons, but the sheer beauty of the Rhine's meandering waters and lush hills means it rarely feels overcrowded. What fascinated me was how the train journey here feels like a moving wine tour. Each stop invites you to explore local culture, sample Rieslings, and discover centuries of history along the river. The Transalpine, New Zealand. New Zealand's South Island is known for its dramatic landscapes, but the Transalpine train takes this to another level, crossing the southern Alps with jaw-dropping views of glaciers, gorges, and sweeping farmlands. The journey between Christchurch and Greymouth is about 4.5 hours of uninterrupted natural beauty, offering one of the most accessible ways to experience New Zealand's wild heart. However, the region's frequent rain means clouds sometimes obscure the vistas, so timing your trip is key. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed this deep dive into scenic train travel, subscribe to the channel for more hidden travel gems and insightful journeys, and share your own favorite train routes or travel stories in the comments below. Let's keep exploring together because the world is far more beautiful when seen through a train window.